Hi, welcome back. My name is Bryan Kramer. I'm the author of Shareology and CEO of Pure Matter. I'm here with Kevin Jackson, CEO of GovCloud, and Eric Vanderburg, the Sheriff of the Internet, which he is also known as the Information Systems Director and Security at, Jurinov. Does that sound right?
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, welcome, you guys.
Thank you.
What the heck is a hybrid cloud? Let's talk about that. Why don't you go first? What is a hybrid cloud? Is it when it wants to rain but it's confused?
Well, not exactly. A hybrid cloud is a combination of both the public cloud and the private cloud. It's emergent such that you get the security and some of the manageability of a private cloud, and yet you get the extensibility and flexibility of a public cloud.
And how about yourself? Is he correct?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The hybrid cloud, however, is a component of a much broader transition to hybrid information technology or hybrid IT. And hybrid cloud is a component of that, but it also includes, hybrid IT also includes your legacy information technology as well as the technology from your business ecosystem.
So let's break this down in plain English for the people that are out there watching. How would you explain it to your mom? If your mom's wanted to know more about the hybrid cloud, what would you say?
So what I would say is that a business uses information, and that information can be stored and processed in many ways. You could keep it in your house, you could keep it in your neighbor's house, or you could keep it in the library. And a hybrid cloud, your own private cloud, is keeping it in your house. Keeping it in a neighbor's house may be your business partners, and keeping it in the library is maybe Amazon or Azure.
Great. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So now, let's talk about the security of this. This is where you come in. How secure is this? You're storing your stuff in your neighbor's house. Are we safe?
Well, right now you store your money in a bank. You store items in your car and other places, and you have to make a distinction as to what you're going to store where. Will I put some things in my neighbor's house? Well, maybe if it's in the safe. Maybe if I have the ability to go on in there and to access my data, but I'm not just going to stick it in my neighbor's house, walk away, and leave it as it is. With the hybrid cloud, I get more ability to manage that data, whereas with the public cloud, I'm at the mercy of the cloud provider.
Yeah, one thing I always talk about cloud computing like the banking and finance industry. If you get in a time machine, today just happens to be Back to the Future Day, let's go back to 1850, before people had faith and trust in banks. They would keep their money in the mattress. Well, that's where we are in cloud computing. People still have to build a trust for the cloud computing industry. Once that happened in the financial industry, everybody puts their money in the bank. The same thing is going to happen in cloud computing. When the industry builds the trust, everybody will be putting their information and data in the cloud.
What's stopping people from trusting this?
Lack of information, lack of knowledge. Unfortunately, as IT professionals, we overload the term cloud. So you hear people say, we've been doing cloud since the early 60s, or I know cloud, I don't need to learn about cloud. Well, this is different. It's not your grandfather's cloud, so to speak. It's highly
your neighbor's
automated.
cloud.
It's your neighbor's cloud. But it's highly automated. There's tremendous visibility, and the visibility within the infrastructure is what gives you that security.
So the security's there, but is there a chance? Is there a slight chance? Is there any? You're a security guy. Can this be Can it be challenged? Is it challenged? How do you make sure that somebody doesn't break in?
Okay, well, first off, it's not a black or white. There's, can the cloud be challenged? Any system can be challenged and compromised. What it comes down to is each business's risk assessment and determination of what they're going to put out into the cloud, what they're going to keep private, so what they're going to keep in their own private cloud, and how they're going to integrate that data.
Yeah.
As we've mentioned, the data, and that really is a key component of this. You have your applications, you have your systems and processes, but that's all around managing the data. Is it available to your users when they need it? Is it secure and encrypted at rest and in motion? And all those elements can be addressed with the cloud, with the hybrid cloud, and they can be done so effectively. But it is incumbent upon those individuals who are implementing it to do so correctly.
So what's excited you this week about what's come out of Dell World, and anything that you guys heard and helps?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. While the technology is very impressive, and you need advanced technology to be successful in a hybrid cloud, the thing that impressed me more than anything is what Dell has done with respect to wrapping the services around the technology. For instance, adopting a hybrid cloud really requires a different economic model. And Dell has delivered and packaged an economic bundle that can allow the CIO to actually consume these cloud services. Also, governance is critical in any enterprise across IT. And cloud governance is different than legacy IT governance. So operationally, within the technology, Dell offers the operational capabilities for managing the hybrid IT. And both of these aspects are critical to the change management within the enterprise. And change management, the people, are always the number one challenge when transitioning to a cloud or a hybrid IT environment.
Right. We get in our own way.
Yeah, get in our own way, absolutely.
How about yourself?
Well, what I've seen a lot is exactly how the technology is used to further the business initiatives. Unfortunately, you think of IT, and there's a misconception that it's just about improving IT, making things faster and better, but really it's about accomplishing the business objectives. And what I've seen here, and talking to a lot of the people, the thought leaders and the executives at Dell, is that they are forward thinking, and they are looking at how can we solve those major challenges, and how can we make businesses even better, how can we make our world better, and that is very exciting.
Yeah, especially with Dell. From talking to the executives, I understand that over 70% of Dell's services engagements are measured by their customers' business outcomes. They don't use operational metrics like 99.9% uptime. They use something that matters to the business. So there's a shared risk reward as they transition to this hybrid IT, hybrid cloud environment. This is an important change.
It certainly is. I mean, it's going to revolutionize the way that we work.
Yes.
And as individuals and as companies. I was just doing an interview before this about how the different personas of how people like to work, the various capacities, and how we travel, or we work at a desk, or how we function in our everyday lives, even in our personal lives. And what you're talking about is the infrastructure that helps support that.
Yeah, because I was talking to one of the executives that handle endpoint security for Dell, and he specifically said, we have transitioned from managing devices to managing personas within the enterprise. And that's enlightening.
Yeah. So what do you think will be the biggest challenge moving forward, besides people? Obviously people are what they are, but besides that, what are some of the challenges that we have yet to face to really adopt this?
really, it goes back to education.
And sorry, I asked you a big question when we've got 2 minutes left. So if
Okay.
you, we'll take about 30 seconds each.
Absolutely. It's educating your channel, making sure they understand their role in helping the industry transition to hybrid IT.
Great.
I think it's in understanding how you're going to get there.
Yeah.
This isn't simply a forklift change. The hybrid cloud is what allows companies to transition from what their traditional systems that they have right now and move into a cloud technology. And that's a lot easier to accept. It also makes it a lot more effective. There's fewer issues you're going to run into along the way because you're moving iteratively.
Great. Well, guys, this has been really good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Very much appreciate your time. It's definitely a very exciting time for the hybrid cloud, and that does not mean that we are going to have rainstorms at the same time as we have thunderstorms. The hybrid cloud is really a lot more than that. It's trusting your friend with your data, and I think that's a big move. And there is an element here of trust. There's always been trust, but trust is even more important now than ever. And I think the human factor here is going to play a large role in what happens moving forward, based upon what you guys are talking about. I really thank you guys for being here and explaining this so that I could get it and your mom can get it at the same time.
My pleasure. I enjoyed it.
Our pleasure.
And so we'll talk to you guys again soon. Thank you so much.
Great.
I'm Bryan Kramer, and I am really excited to be here at Dell World. Thank you guys so much. Next up is Industry Perspectives on more industry perspectives, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.